I didn't think we were very good most of the game on offense. Obviously, it's shot 32%. Defensively, we had some issues with transition, but we shored that up late. You know, I didn't think they played their best. I didn't think we played our best, which is encouraging because you win. And, you know, for 47 minutes, 59.8 seconds, we were the losing team. So it feels good in that locker room for these guys to experience a win where you didn't play perfect, but you grinded out a victory against a really good team. We needed that experience, and hopefully we can build off of it. But we have to play better basketball to win against their best. That's the way that I look at it.
Can you just tell us what their play call was on the last play when Turner went to the basket?
Just we've run it. We've run it before. You know, I used the other one play before, and so we just wanted to get it into Evan's hands, and then Avery had an option off of a single pin down after Marcus Thornton had curled his guy to try to create a little bit of havoc. But Avery has scored off that play against Denver to win, or to big shot late. He scored off that play against somebody else. Big shot late, and then, you know, Evan has the option to drive. And I knew when I told Evan he had the option to drive, I knew that he was not probably going to get rid of the ball. I thought he was going to try to take it and make a play. You know, one thing about Evan is he's big with the ability to handle the ball, so he's going to be able to get a shot like he got off like that. You know, from a similar area to where he beat us last year when he was playing for Philadelphia.
Considering how often you guys have fallen into these holes, is it possible that they are now that confident coming back from these big margins?
You know, I think we're 20 and 31, so I'm not ready to anoint us the comeback crew yet. But we have had a lot of games where we've been down and we've come back and been right on the door knocking and not gotten over the hump. And so it was good to finish that off, come back all the way and win. But you know, again, I didn't think they played their best game. You know, they've been on the road for 3 games. They've had a miraculous, couple of months of basketball, and you know, they missed some shots late, and we were fortunate. We made some, and worked out our way.
Coach, how does this win change the team's mindset heading into All-Star break?
Well, you know, I think they were probably going to go wherever they were going to go anyways. So, you know, I just told them, I said this, Emily, I said that don't lose the momentum of what we work towards, but get off your feet and get some rest. You know, and I think that's something that we all have to do. We have a lot of room to improve. This should give you a little bit of energy when you come back to work. It's always tough to leave on a break or in any period of time, or even a 5-day break on a close loss. So a close win can, makes you feel a little bit better about getting, traveling and getting back together and getting back on the plane and doing it all again come next Wednesday.
Coach,
Yes.
playing against a team that has 4 All-Stars, what do you have to do defensively to guard these players? And second question, the playoff talks start to become bigger and bigger. What do you think of, fighting for a playoff spot in the East?
Well, we just want to win the next game, and if that, ends up with an opportunity to play beyond, that's how that works. So we talk about it a little bit, but we talk more about what we need to do that given night. The biggest thing about guarding them is what makes them difficult is that they're all-stars, they're great players, but they play so well together. I mean, they just whip that ball around. I think the greatest, the other separator is just the speed of some of those guys driving the ball. It's hard to keep them in front. When you converge, you're in trouble because of the shooting. And even Horford doesn't shoot threes, but he makes a ton of 18-foot jump shots, as well as anybody in the league. Just puts so much pressure on your defense.
Coach, what were you saying to the guys, because it was such an uphill battle? What were you encouraging them or adjusting?
I thought
along the
we
way?
stunk for first half, and so there wasn't a whole lot of encouraging words at halftime. But it was more about, it wasn't, but it was, we just felt like we had a pretty good, approach to the game prior to the game. We just didn't think we were very good in the first half, and we were just slow, I thought, on both ends of the court. We weren't keeping up with them. They do that to people because of their speed. They do that to people because of their activity in their hands. We got more sure with the ball in the second half. We were tougher with the ball. I think we end up with 10 turnovers on the game, which is really good. You had 10 against Philly, 12 against Milwaukee, and 10 tonight, I think, was the numbers. And those against those three teams, three of the best teams at creating turnovers in the league, are good numbers moving forward. But that's what gave us a chance, because we couldn't hit the ocean with the ball for most of the game.